Video of the day. Hello, this is Takashi here. Today, I'll be unveiling the latest releases for DengekiBunko on May 10, 2023. There will be new and old novels with new stories to tell. Most of these novels are highly recommended, so do check it out. And with that, let's start the lineup. First is the lineup. Is the popular novel series, Zoku Mahuka Kuku no Ratusiai, Maggie & Company, or the English title, The Irregular at Magic High School, Maggie & Company, Volume 6 by Tsutomu Sato, illustrated by Ishida Kana. This series has been a great run, from being made to anime and manga, to becoming the third longest series to have various sequels, such as from Tatsuya Shiba Assassination Plan, Cygnus Maiden, and of course, the main story. Really recommended for Mahuka fans who hasn't read the novels. Up next is another popular novel series, Suyaku Toru Majitsu no Index, or the English title, A Certain Magical Index, Genesis Testament, Volume 8 by the popular author Kazuma Kamachi, illustrated by Kiyotaka Himura. This series doesn't needs no introduction as the series itself have made great achievements, from being the longest running series to be on the top 10 Kono light novel Georgia Sugoi rankings, from 2009 to 2017, to becoming the top sales on Oricon back-to-back. And with Volume 8 set to release on May 10th, I wouldn't doubt it will be there. Next, on the list, is also another popular series, Maugakuen no Futa Kigasha, or the English title, The Misfit of Demon King Academy, Volume 13, Part 2, by Shu, illustrated by Yoshinori Shizuma. This series has also been a good run, not at its best just yet, especially with its overpowered male character, epic fights and more. It also had some success when its anime debuted back in 2020 and had its momentum continuing with a second season in January. But was postponed due to COVID and will resume this July. Do check it out if interested. From the popular 2001 hit series is the title, Wizard's Brain Volume 19. Hametsu no Hoshi Part 3, or the English title, Wizard's Brain Volume 19, Star of Ruin Part 3, by Ryuki Sigusa, illustrated by Keiichi Ju. This series, as I mentioned in the previous video for Part 2, is a hidden gem that needs to be picked up for new readers. As for the story, Ryuki-sensei has continuously to expand the adventures with Renamaji, epic fights in the city of Union and many more. Highly recommended for new readers who wanted a blast from the past. Next is the list. Is the ongoing Yuri novel Rakuen Noise, or the English title, Paradise Noise, Volume 6 by Hikaru Sugii, illustrated by Yu Akinashi. The ongoing Music Plus Yuri romance series was a good thing to read, especially for people to love girl love stories, also for music lovers. A manga adaptation was also debuted last year, and a Volume 2 will be released also in May 10th. Do check it out if interested. Up next is the ongoing novel, Imuto wa Kanojo ni Dekanai no ni, or the English title, My Little Sister Can't Be My Girlfriend, Volume 4 by Yukigami, illustrated by Sankura. This story was an interesting one, even though still struggling to make the list, while comparing with other brother and sisterly love stories like Jimai Saikatsu, Mamahaha no Tsurego and many more. Its manga adaptation also has debuted last year. Recommended for new readers. Next is a new novel titled Inochi Mijikashi Koi Seo Danjo, or the English title, Life is Brief, Fall in Love, Boys and Girls by Tomoyasu Higa, Mamuda. This new novel is a two-sided plus underage love story where one has broke up, while that other one was a friend of a YouTuber, all of that other has that feelings for both. Really odd, weird but intrigued to read, interesting to see where it plays out next. Do check it out if interested. Next is a new novel titled Homunculus ni Futatabaim no Namuri wo, or the English title, Awakened Children Fight to Fall Asleep Again, by rising author Kanoji, illustrated by the popular artist Kakao. This new story is the 7th novel in the author's works list, while working on Chikan Sersu ni Neteru Escu Bishujo, which its 8th volume will be released on May 15th, while this 11th works in Kakao's as artist. Really exciting to see two favorites working together for the first time. Highly recommended for new readers who likes fantasy plus war. Wrapping in the release date is the new novel, Shumatsu Sekai no Pleiades, Hashikuzu Shoujo to Hoshiki Shounen, or the English title, The Pleiades of the World End, Stardust Girl and Stardust Boy, by Taniyama Suda, illustrated Katana Kanata. This new novel is a world-exploring plus action story, where they have to kill worms all for one girl to seal her back to sleep. Quite interesting, but at the same time was much inspired from a quite fast popular mobile game, as it was somewhat have the same element from that, world exploring. If you like world exploring, fighting worms, this has to be in the bookshelf of favorites. And now, let's look at what other light novels that will be released on the month of May, from the DengekiBunko lineup, is the rising novel series Hikikomari Kyuketsuki no Monmon, or the English title, The Vexations of a Shut-In Vampire Princess Volume 11 by Kobayashi Kodai, illustrated by Reissue. This novel has been a good run, especially with some Yandere vibes inserted, as well as the manga adaptation being debuted back in 2021, with novel receiving an anime adaptation and scheduled on October. I wouldn't doubt it, there will be some good reviews heading soon. Next is the ongoing novel series Chiken Sersu Enai Nateru Esku Bishujo with Tasakatara Tanari no Seiki no Osuna Najimi Dutta, or the English title, When I Rescued a Beautiful Girl Who Was About to Be Mole Asterisk's Dead, It Was My Childhood Friend Sitting Next to Me, Volume 8 by Kanoji. Illustrated by the Kono light novel Ga Sugoi. Artist Ranker Fly. This novel was really interesting since its release, despite various feedback from readers, inciting that the story was a little lacking in dense, especially from the male character itself. Overall, it was a good romance and school life story. Worth to check it out if interested. Ending the video is the ongoing novel, Haikia Enai Nata or no Saishin Shiju Shugi, or the English title, My Youth Supremacy That Became a Positive Character, Volume 2 by Yuba Mochizaki, illustrated by Nyumu. This novel was quite interesting, but didn't quite catch the feeling of the romance from Volume 1, but since it has introduced a hot character from the upcoming volume. And there you have it, those are the exciting new releases for May 2023. Be sure to hit that subscribe button for any light novels news. Until then,